once again to Working for Scale, episode 10.
Brought to you by Ironheart from Marvel Legends.
He's so iron and so full of heart.
She is.
Oh, I didn't know Ironheart was a she.
Yeah.
Well, look at me misgendering things yet
I was about
again.
to say, you're already getting everyone.
Yet again, I'm just falling right into how this campaign works. Well, the party finds it.
Banned someone.
I did. The party's wishing they could ban somebody right now. But, what is the party up to? Where do we find the party this glorious evening?
The moonlight?
So, last time, Rhyme had us go... Let's see. Well, we picked up where Frey's parents had been murdered, and the words "congratulations" were written in blood. And Rhyme was nearby and arrived on scene, and basically was just like, we'll look into it. Death's temporary. No big deal. Frey ended up spending the night...
temporary for, like, rich and special people.
Yeah, exactly. And so Frey ended up spending the night in the office because she really didn't have anywhere else to go. Or, I'm sorry, they really didn't have anywhere else to go. And so the next day, then we learned about it. We were just kind of like shocked. But basically it was business as usual. Rhyme called us in for a new mission. We had to enter a cave, and within the cave is an object of immense power, but it's fractured, and we're going to be getting one of the pieces. It'll glow with magical power. That's how we know we've got the right object. They'd sent other parties after it, and they failed. And there was like an attack from the darkness that was I guess like maybe one person made it back, and they were saying they were attacked from the darkness. So, and there are many creatures drawn to the area, and it could be, they could be more dangerous, so we were advised to wait them out. And we have to have this done by sundown. Ryan gave us a rip for potions, which we went and got. We did make it to the cave, and were attacked by a shadow, which just about managed to, it was just a battle of attrition. Most of us were ineffective against it because it was a shadow, and basically Al wore it down. So we were really drained after that fight because they drained strength. So we returned to town. We got mocked by some other knights that were obviously just jealous of us.
Yes, just jealous of you.
We returned to Rhyme, and she basically was like, well, I thought you guys knew that whenever you make knight, you get upgrades. And I'm sorry, Templar.
Who was going to tell us this? Clearly no one.
Well, it was something we would have learned if we hadn't skipped a rank.
Yes.
So.
But we did, and she knew that.
I know.
Rude.
But we were able then to upgrade our gear, and then we returned to the cave. When we got there, there were some dwarves looking for this cave.
So
and
friendly. Invite them along.
Much to Narissa's chagrin, Eli tells them, oh yeah, we're going to a cave. And so they want to come with us. We found some treasure, which we took. We came across some kobolds, which we spared. Even though the dwarves didn't want to, we were like, no, just, leave them alone. You can come back and get them later. We don't want to waste our, spells and stuff on the kobolds. And they thanked...
It sounded cute.
They were cute. They thanked Frey for that. We found some...
They said to, when they wanted her, or when they wanted Frey to tell Rhyme that they were ready or something?
Yeah, I think they're like wanting to go back to the surface or go back to the town or something, and they're kind of like forgotten in the cave. That was just kind of what my impression of it was. But we made it to the Build a Monster workshop, and there was tapestries with instructions, And we kept one to show to Rhyme and gave the rest to the dwarves, which was, in hindsight, maybe not the best idea, but, you know, we did what we did. We found a treasure chest, and there was like a sword and a shield and some gold, and we gave the dwarves the shield. We found a pit, and the party skirted around it, but one of the dwarves fell, and they split off and regrouped with us later. And where we left off is we met a group of Nancy boys, and they want the treasure that we're after too. But we told them we had a prior claim, and they're like, "Oh, very well, you may have it. Good day," and left.
That is
No,
most certainly not what happened.
No, they basically
I don't know. That's my memory too.
Be with them, and that's already 3 of us. I mean,
Well, that's good. You all can think that. These things have the light advantage over you, so they will be just as content to stab you in the back of your throats while you go along your merry way.
oh, you don't have to be like that.
But some reminders of the circumstances. It is incredibly dark. Around you, those of you with dark vision have much more limited dark vision. You cannot even see the creatures that are speaking to you. And those of you with light have had your light sources not quite extinguished, but you can only see the light in front of you. You can't see any lights in the distance. And those, yes.
Do I still have arrows that have light cast on them?
You do, but they are like lightly illuminated.
Meaning I don't expect them to be as helpful.
Potentially not. We'll have to see as things go. Let me have you all roll into initiative here. These drow are not giving you any signs that they are trying to be friendly or talkative.
great roll to start out the night.
Don't worry, I'm not doing much better, I guess.
I am having problems with I can only seem to get one window open at a time.
Like one character window?
Yeah.
That's very annoying. Well, you just need to click on your token to roll initiative. If you click on the token, you can then click on the INIT button in the top right, or the exclamation point and IT button in the top left.
Yeah. No, I'm trying to, at this point, I'm just trying to close the character sheet so I can...
Okay. Yeah, it's very funny. John and I were talking about Forge the other day, and it seems like since John has been talking about Forge, more and more little bugs in Roll20 keep popping up. Like I had character sheet issues the other day, and I had to fix those, which I didn't feel like I should have to fix considering I've been using the same character sheets now for over a year. I had
It's
little
Forge
macro
like
issues.
A Roll20 alternative.
Yes, it's a self-hosted platform though, which makes me a little bit more hesitant about it because it means that I need to allocate server space to do it most efficiently.
Did it go through?
Not yet. Try it again. No. Al next to you, or...
Huh.
Is there any air coming up?
No. Nothing at all.
Let me see what happens if I hit it. I got it to go through, so we're okay.
Okay.
We'll see if other things still have the same problem as we go.
Okay.
All right. First up comes a shot from the darkness.
Shot in the dark.
And this is going to be on... this is going to be on Eli. That one. Eli, does a 12 hit by any freak chance?
Well, no,
Your
I didn't
flat-footed
anyway.
AC.
No.
Okay.
Aha!
Eli, it is your turn. You do not see quite where the shot came from.
Okay. I'm guessing I can't really use study target since I don't know wigger things.
Yes. You must be able to see the target in order to study the target.
And I literally just have no idea. Like, do I know where...
You can give me a perception check to try to shoot in the direction that you heard sound. But yeah, the echo of the caves makes it a little hard. You have a general area, but you couldn't pinpoint even a 10-foot area that they would be standing in.
I'm gonna throw one with light just to see what happens, and that was my second shot. Or
Okay.
Sorry, I used my rapid shot, so both of those are at -2.
Yeah, so you fire your 2 shots from your bow. The light goes out, and you notice that as the light reaches a certain distance, the light darkens. Why don't you roll me a D100, please? Because my dice aren't next to me for some god-awful reason. There.
48.
Okay. A 48 will not illuminate anyone.
And it doesn't sound like my shots hit anything.
They did not hit
These
anything.
were great shots.
They were great shots. Unfortunately, though, you are firing blind into the dark. Can I get a perception check from everyone? Ooh, good job, Narissa. You will still be flat-footed as this happens, but you will turn at just the very moment that...
I have uncanny dodge, by the way.
Ah, good stuff. Then you do not lose your dex bonus to AC. So you will spin just in time to avoid a rapier that tries to skewer you. Al, I did not get yours. Can you try that again?
Yes.
There we go. Perfect. Al, I don't suppose you have uncanny dodge as well, right?
I do not.
Okay. You will be attacked with a rapier as well. Ooh, for a crit threat.
Yeesh.
Does a 20 confirm?
It does.
Before.
Remember, you have your balm and our potion.
Okay. Thank you.
And
Damage,
it
please.
Should have cure serious.
Why?
It doesn't want to hurt him. It changed its mind. That's the thing that Drow could do.
Oh, what? I worked
Just
on
wants
this.
to knight him.
I worked on this
Knight
earlier.
him king of their drow.
Why is it not working? Oh, because it... I always forget about this. You have to go back and confirm that it did the thing with the thing and the stuff. Now let's crit.
Favorite.
There we go. For 6 points of damage, and I need a fort save from Al.
Fort save ally.
Yep.
Oh, I have queen for you. I clicked on you. Why did you go through?
Oh, your character sheet's acting like an asshole. Try it a second time.
It is. It is. It is. Huh.
There it
There
is.
we go.
A 17 is a good fort save. You will feel a slight, like, numbing sensation in your back. That numbing sensation will fade quickly. And Al, it will be your turn. Do you have any source of light on you?
I am carrying a source of light, actually.
Okay. Then you will be able to see the illuminated face and front figure of the dark elven figure that stands behind you now.
I can yell, "Hey, stop stabbing us, Dark Elves!"
You just gonna yell at it,
I'm
or are you
gonna
gonna do
attack-
anything about
well,
it?
I just thought it should know that I didn't appreciate that.
All right. It heeds your words. As you miss it. And what about Debobe?
Can Debobe sense it?
Yes, Debobe can. Debobe actually has just enough light to be able to see it.
All right. Take a bite out of Drow. Oh, that's right. I just click on him.
Yep. Does have
Click
a
on her.
slight
Don't do
bonus
that.
to its AC, though. That will miss, unfortunately.
I'm glad I could attend.
And then, oh yeah, this one is definitely gonna get the drop on little Frey here.
Mother.
Oh, that's sadly I don't think a crit. Does an 11 confirm?
No.
You are flat-footed, so you have to go on your flat-footed AC.
It still does not.
Oh, stupid armor! Why did I let you have armor?
She wanted it so
I
bad.
don't apologize.
Well, take 3 points of damage and give me a fort save.
But he wanted the crit.
You are fine. You as well feel a numbing sensation that quickly fades away. And last but not least, let's see, what did Eli end up with on that perception? Oh, Eli did very well as well. So Eli, you are not surprised as this thing sneaks up behind you and goes for an attack. Oh, and just completely botches it. Like, you're kind of watching it, and you can see it's, like, trying to creep, and it looks you in the eyes as it tries to, like, jut its rapier up, but like, goes way above where your head is, as if it's only been trained to attack humanoid targets, or human
Damn
targets.
Scotty rapiers.
Narissa.
Well, that makes me pretty mad that they're just trying to sneak attack us, so I'm going to enter my rage.
Is there anything that doesn't make her mad?
I'm mad about a lot of things.
I mean, that's legit.
So I'm going to enter my rage, and I'm going to full attack the Joker that thought he could attack me.
All right. Oh, shit! That is most certainly a crit. The darkness will not hide
Holy
him.
fuck!
Let's go, Narissa!
That is a falchion. That is a falchion. Yeah.
If he's not dead, by the way, I do have something called, I have a confusing critical.
If he's not dead, he took 25 points of damage.
We don't know how strong these things are.
You like bring the blade around with fury and slice into him, cleaving him in two with the great force of your draconic infused body.
Yeah, what Narissa did.
Frey.
Frey, I don't know.
No, Narissa did it. It is Frey's action.
Oh, okay.
Alright. I am going to start my Inspire Courage performance.
All right.
Who am I next to?
A drow.
Okay, so I'm not next to any of
You
the
can't
other
see anyone else. No.
ones. Okay.
Well, you can see, like, Narissa's a little ways ahead of you, Eli's a little ways behind you, and Al is a little ways off to the side of you.
I feel more confident knowing you're there out there somewhere, Frey.
And it looks like they're engaging with people, but you can't quite see what they're engaging with.
Do we know Drow?
I don't know. That would depend on a knowledge history check.
Aha!
Could I make one?
Sure. You know nothing of drow.
Well, I tried.
You know that drow exist and that they are sort of elf-like.
Guys, did you know drow are real?
Very good.
All right.
I
Is there
heard
anything
about-
else Frey wants to do, or just stand there and wait for the next rapier swing?
Ooh, kind of sassy that line.
I'm going to take... Actually, I'll wait until the next one.
Okay. Slightly out of order.
Well, I got a 9 on my history, so I don't know what those are.
Okay. So you said you're doing nothing?
Yeah.
All right, good. Then there is a shot that will ring out from one of the drow and whiz towards Eli. Oh, look at the crits tonight.
Yep, that's a crit.
All right.
That goes both ways, man.
There is no fort save required on this one, as this bolt does not have any poison on it.
Instead, this is a disintegration bolt.
Take 5 points of damage as it rolls very poorly on 2d6.
Good for them.
Eli.
For some reason, despite not knowing what drow are, I say, man, I heard Loaf is some weak sauce.
Wealth doesn't exist here, so they are confused by your comment.
Which direction should I take a 5-foot step in if I want to move away from the thing that just attacked?
You can just say you take a 5-foot step back.
Okay. I'm taking a 5-foot step, and I am going to do 2 rapid shots on it. And if I wanted to use my,
If you take a 5-foot step back, you will have a 20% miss chance on the target as he gets much dimmer.
fine, I will stay where I am.
Okay. Then you will take an attack of opportunity if you shoot him.
Great.
Sounds good.
Just a pain in
I think,
the ass.
I
You know that?
I know.
Um,
Fighting in the dark is fun, isn't it?
when would I use my adaptable luck? Like before I roll?
Yes.
Okay, I'll use my adaptable luck on. Do I have to choose which of the shots?
Yes. You would choose which shot.
I guess the first shot.
All right. Ooh, that first shot will hit, but you got to get your attack of opportunity taken on you first. No fort save required, but does a 19 hit.
Not my regular AC.
Damn. All right, roll damage on that first shot. That will sadly hit.
And the second one doesn't hit.
Why is its AC off? Oh, it does. It's still, the second one does not hit, but the first one most certainly does. For 6. And then the drow will get its regular attack on you. Woo! Oh, an 8 will most certainly not hit Eli.
I heard things hide in the dark because they're sissies and can't face you in the light.
These two are out of order. Misremembered which pieces were where. And then the one on Al will attack. It's a 14 hit Al.
What?
It's a 14 hit Al.
This is the pain in the particulars of this. It does not.
Damn. Terribly weak drow. Al.
Terribly weak. Ow. Okay. We're going to give some spearing. We're going to eat some spearmint. So.
That's what you get for that pun. That's a miss.
I know. I have no one to blame but myself.
You do. The darkness actually aids it, because otherwise the bardic music would have made you hit. And Debobe will miss as well.
the badness of that pun just it causes everybody to.
And the one on Frey will attack. Ooh, 23 to hit.
Gee, I wonder if it hits.
For 3 points of damage. No fort save required. There are no good things that John can send.
Hey, you don't know that.
Narissa.
You made a lot of points.
There are no points for that anymore.
All right. So, I basically, from where I am, I can make out that Frey's engaged with something.
Yes, you can make out that Frey is engaged with something, just not quite what.
All right. I want to go towards the something, towards Frey,
Yeah.
I guess.
You can move towards Frey.
right.
It will take your move action. You won't be able to charge because of the darkness, but you will be able to move up and make your attack.
All right.
Because it is within your movement speed. Give me one quick thing though on the way there. Give me a reflex save, or an acrobatics check, your choice.
All right. Let's see. I'll do the reflex.
You are fine. The terrain is a little bit rocky as you are moving about, but you manage to skip over a potential point where you might have fallen. Go ahead and you made your attack, which will hit. Roll damage. Ooh, that is a good hit. And as you come up and you bring your blade around, this thing will fall before you into the darkness.
Good for you.
Excellent.
Frey.
Thank you.
You okay over there?
Yeah. I am going to continue my performance and take a Wait, what kind of action is continuing the performance?
That's a free action.
Okay. So I'm going to continue my performance, and then I want to take a 5-foot step and do a cure light on Al.
You would have to do more than a 5-foot step to heal Al. You would have to move to heal Al.
Okay, then I'll do that.
Okay, that's fine.
The cure light
I don't think you have a macro right now.
No.
D4 plus level, so D4 plus 3, I believe. It's a little bit different here. They do actually have some light, and the light is strangely able to overcome the darkness, but only slightly. A little bit different effect in this room, but it's also affecting the dark vision.
Not affecting my dark vision.
All right, Al, heal for 4.
Hey, thanks.
And it is at this point. 1 second here. Try to remember.
So the first time I encountered Drow, I asked what armor they were wearing because I had a heat metal spell ready, and the DM said a jerkin, and I thought he said jerky. And then when on why would they wear jerky? I saw these questions about them wearing jerky. And he goes, no, jerkin is a kind of armored vest. And I was like, oh.
Made of jerky.
Yes, you'd think he would have done a salad. They're made of, it's a vest made out of dried jerk meats. But yeah, I'd never heard the word jerkin before and thought it was,
I have not.
it was,
either.
I don't think they wear them anymore. You know, monsters are actually customizable these days.
There will be some things happening in the background, and then Eli, it is your turn.
This is probably a dumb question. How come it got an AO when I attacked it, but I didn't get an AO when it
Because
attacked
it has a stabby device, and you have to pull back a bow in order to do that, which leaves you wide open as you're pulling back a bow. Yet, stabbing doesn't leave an opportunity for somebody to pull back a bow and take a shot.
I feel like that's rude. But since I can't move, I'm going to use my studied target as my move action.
Okay.
And I will take my rapid shot.
Yes.
And I will use my second adaptable luck on the second shot this time.
Okay. Well, your first shot will miss because you chose not to use the adaptable luck on it, but your second shot will hit. Ooh, good shot. But it will still take down the creature that stands before you, but not before it takes its attack of opportunity on you and misses.
Right. I mean,
Down goes that one. The one on Al, though, continues its assault.
well, it can continue its assault.
18 to hit you, Al.
Yeah, we know. Come on.
All
Don't forget
right.
about your potion. We're home.
Take 4 points of damage.
At this point, it's just like I'm going to be killed slowly over a series of months.
Al.
I'm just going to keep gaining that 4 points back and losing that 4 points. It's a thing we have going at this point. See,
That's the wrong
this-
button.
Oh, yeah. All right.
Oh, nope.
Since the 16 didn't hit last time, I'm going to assume the 14 didn't hit this time.
Nope, it does not, but Al still gets Al's attack.
All right.
Yeah, I'll let you have
That's
that,
the
even though that was
Bobet
the wrong character, but
The other guys, I'm new to this.
that's alright. Roll damage.
Hey, all right.
You can roll damage for the spear. I'll let you keep the bite roll.
Okay.
I'll be friendly,
Hey, wow.
since I near killed all of you with the strength drain to begin with.
7 points. Take that, you jerkin wearing.
It still stands. Narissa.
All right, so from here, can I make out that Al's engaged with something?
You're gonna need to give me perception for that.
Okay, all right.
All this talk, making out and engaged. Get your mind.
Oh yeah, look at that. You can see it. You can't charge it because you can't quite get an angle on it, but you can definitely
Alright.
see it.
I will step up to it and attack.
Give me another reflex save.
All right, let me do that first.
Well, you're keeping that 17 roll.
Right.
Okay, but you move fine. Sadly, however, that will come up a little short. It will kind of duck beneath your swing.
With bardic music, it will.
They have that we've already been
Oh,
over.
they have-
19
okay, I
so
see.
far is the number to hit.
I got you. Okay.
The phrase that pays.
Frey. They have
Oh.
some sort of thing that must be giving them some kind of benefit in the darkness.
Weird.
Wonder what it is.
Like darkness is their old friend or something.
Yes.
Nice.
Frey.
Want you to know, I refrained from doing that, and
The real important thing is that you must learn to see and hear the sound of darkness. Oh, wait.
I guess.
I'm going to
Brain Joe for troubled darkness. Sorry.
continue my performance,
All right.
and I'm going to cast another Cure Light on Al.
You will all hear some clanking in the distance. Eli.
Someone spilled the monster.
How well can I see Al?
Al, heal 6 more points of damage.
All right.
You don't see Al at all.
Who can I see?
No.
Who can
There
I
you go.
hear?
You can hear clanking in the far distance, and with your perception, you can hear some kind of, like, nearby fighting.
I will go in that direction.
Okay. You can move towards the fighting. Give me another perception check and a reflex save as you're moving in that direction, or acrobatics, your choice. Okay. You are looking to and fro as you move your way towards it, and while you manage to stop before bumping in anything, you walk straight through the area of the drow, who will take an attack of opportunity on you.
Fucking guys.
18.
No.
Damn it! Oh! Wait, you're surprised you don't see it because you failed your perception.
Look at that smoothie.
Okay.
Oh, wait, you're
Versus you're
surprised.
flat-footed.
Yeah,
Does
guys
that hit?
have a plus
Okay.
2.
Yeah.
Yes! I get one.
And,
3 points of damage.
boy, Delmar there is a jerk.
And then he will turn his attention to the easier target that is now behind him.
Is it me?
No, it is Eli. Eli, how about a 17? You're not flat-footed anymore. Damn. All right, Al and Debobe.
All right. We've been pretty unsuccessful this round. 16?
Not
No.
quite. Actually, you don't know you're flanked. It knows it's flanked. Yeah, I'll give it to you. That actually does hit.
Yay!
Roll the spear. No, the spear. Click on the damage. Click on Al, and then click the damage.
I am.
No, you're clicking. You're on Debobe right now. Click on Al.
Oh,
There.
shit.
Yeah.
I was looking at the wrong thing. I'm gonna, I've only been using this now a couple of years, Steve. I might get it.
There you go.
All right.
And that will take this drow down.
Taking it down to Appletown.
Narissa.
Can I make a
Rick.
perception check to see if I can tell where Eli is?
You can actually see Eli as this drow falls. Eli is
Okay.
on the other side of where the drow was.
Okay. So I guess I'll do a reflex save to try and move up to where Eli is.
You can just take a 5-foot step because you had moved over
Oh.
to that drow.
Okay, perfect. Then I'll do that, and I will full attack.
Oh no, it's dead.
Oh,
It lies on
I-
the ground now. That's why you can see Eli.
well, no, I thought I was trying to attack what Eli was on Eli.
Yes, that was the one that was also on Al. Eli moved up to the one that Al was on, and then it turned because it heard the footsteps and stabbed at Eli.
I see. All right. Well, I guess I'll just move. I'll just. I don't know. We've heard the clanking. I don't see any other enemies, right?
No, you don't see any other enemies.
All right. I guess I'll just full defense.
I like John's suggestion. Make the attack on Eli. All right.
You John.
Frey.
I am going to stop my performance for the time being.
Okay. Can I get a perception from everyone?
Ooh.
Sure.
Frey says, nah.
Is it scent or visual?
It is auditory.
Does she roll on those or no?
She can. Yes, you can both roll.
Come on. I don't know if they have very good hearing. Nothing's talked about their hearing.
Yeah.
It was very weird.
Have you been researching things?
I legitimately love hyenas.
Eli and Narissa, you will hear the sound of somewhat soft footsteps moving away as quickly as they can manage without making as much sound as they can. And that will bring us to
it
Eli.
Seems like they're retreating. I think they may be retreating, y'all. It's a little bit hard to tell, but it sounds like they're running away. Does anyone else see any left or perceive any left?
I have been useless.
I don't see any more left, but we need to go after them. They probably have the item. I'll also ask Frey if they can to detect magic.
Yeah. As you discuss that, Frey, you can cast Detect Magic. And
It's a D4 plus level for Cure Light, right?
yes.
I'm gonna use a Cure Light Balm on myself.
Okay, so that's D4 plus 1.
Plus 3.
No, it's
My level.
the casting Cure Light is D4 plus
Oh.
level. Drinking a Cure Light potion is a D4 plus 1.
Balm is the same as potion, right?
Correct. So yeah, you cast the Cure Light, and as you do, you will notice that the intense magic is no longer here, but there is a slight lingering aura off to one corner. And there is like a slight hue of sort of darker colored magic in the air around you. And you can see, all of you, that the darkness is fading. Frey and Narissa, your dark vision begins to get wider. And the light illuminated by the light sources of the other two will slowly begin to emit more light about the room. And Narissa and Frey, you will see that you are in a room with no way out other than the way you came from.
Where are the dwarves in all this, by the way?
The dwarves are, like, just hanging out back.
Should we go towards the area where we see the trail of magic?
Yeah, well, it's like a cloud of magic-ish.
I mean, it seems like the right thing to do.
Yes. Oh, sorry, GM. That was a question for the party, not the GM.
Okay.
I was gonna say, let's go with what the GM says, because that's never led anyone astray.
Can I get a knowledge arcana from Frey, since Frey is the one looking at this environment? So 12 isn't high, but a 12 is enough to know that what you're looking at is the lingering aura of powerful magic. Normally, if there were to be such a powerful aura, you would still even be able to see where the object had gone, unless someone had done something with the object to conceal it, like placed it in extra dimensional space, or moved it to another dimension, or something similar to that. Somehow removing it from the current plane that it's on and moving it elsewhere. Otherwise, magic this powerful should leave some linger in the air wherever it goes.
So there should be a trail unless it
Yes.
unless it was magically put somewhere else.
Yes.
So following it could potentially get us to it.
Well, you can't follow it because there is no trail. The trail is not there, which means that somebody must have somehow hid it or covered up the magic, or some method that stops the magic from being visible. But you know the object was here because the powerful magic is concentrated right in this spot.
I will suggest to Frey that perhaps they might ask the dwarves for help. Perhaps the dwarves might, I don't know, maybe they can stone shape things, or maybe they saw where the drow went. We don't know their drow, but the Nancy boys went.
We're going with Nancy boys. I have no problem with that.
Cave Nancy's.
Cave Nancy's. I like it. We bumped into, I'm going to refer to it. We bumped into some Cave Nancy's.
Perhaps, while I'm asking the dwarves, some of you could take a look around and make sure it's not just hidden somewhere in the room.
Why would they leave without it?
I will do that. I will just sort of carefully go around investigating the room.
Okay. Yeah, so a quick investigation of the room won't result in a lot. It does look like the area has been picked pretty clean aside from the stuff found on the bodies around you. I'll just give you a quick rundown of the stuff on the bodies.
5 verbal weapons, Staff of the Magi, Helm of Comprehending and Understanding Languages.
Nope, none of the sort. There is one additional scroll that I don't have listed there as well, that is in an indecipherable language to all of you. Frey, you can head back over to the dwarves. Aye, you did a good job dispatching all those Nancys.
Thanks, but from the sounds of it, one of them may have gotten away. Did you happen to catch that, or where they might have
We
gone?
couldn't see much of anything. We heard you fighting, but we weren't going to move up there and get poisoned. Brave of you to let yourselves get near poisoned, but they always cheat. Why we didn't want to get in there. We're not going to get cheated when they're using special magics to make things even more dark.
I see.
But if they got away, then there must be something. Where's the tunnel? What tunnel did they go out?
It seems like there's only one entrance and exit to that room.
Nonsense. I'm certain there's not if they got away. Give us a few minutes. We'll find you an exit.
Alright.
You can hear the drow like stomp and kind of spread out across the room.
I think they're Druger.
I said
Can
drow
I
by
be
the
of
way.
any
I
help
meant
in
dwarves.
trying to find an exit with my perception?
Yeah, you can aid a little bit, but this is a very well hidden spot. But you will notice a couple of weird spots on the wall, and you'll kind of call one of the dwarves over to take a look at the spot. And it will come over, and it'll like start investigating it for a little while, and then it'll call over another one, and then then that one will call over another one, and they'll like suddenly start having this like discussion over it, like you see contractors doing when there's like one small problem.
The drow are gonna be like 12 miles away by now.
They got to do things by committee.
And then eventually, one of them will pick up a rock off of the ground, take a look at it, and throw it at the wall. And the rock will bounce off the wall and fall. But as it does, there will be a moment where there is a slight flicker to the wall itself. You can pass through now. Well, all of a sudden the wall goes solid again. Not now, in a moment. You gotta throw the rock and move quickly.
Al wants to try this and just rushes up and flings the rock and then runs.
Yeah, you can fling the rock at it and then you can rush through.
I'm gonna bring the Bobster with me.
Yep.
I will do the same.
Okay.
I'm doing the same.
Okay.
Thank you. I'll do the same.
Thanks.
You're welcome. Drow don't understand how good stonework looks.
Oh, they're kind of Nancy boys, you know what I mean?
Exactly. You can all pass through the wall with the help of your dwarven friends. As you enter into this length of cave, it looks to go on for as far as your dark vision can see. And it starts to have a bit of a different smell as you kind of cross the threshold of that what seemed to be illusory barrier. It also seemed to be keeping out a much different smell. Down here, there is a much stronger scent of musk. Very wet, very sort of slimy as well in the way the air feels around you. And one of the dwarves will say, "Best be careful. There'll be slimes ahead."
Oh, man. What a bummer.
What are slimes?
They are giant gelatinous creatures that will burn the skin off of you.
How do we avoid them or deal with them?
They move very slow. As long as they're not blocking a whole path, you can just sort of make your way around them. You sure you want to do this? This cave could go down for days.
I don't think we have another choice.
Yes.
All right, then. The party can start making its way into the depths.
Did we get any of these dwarves' names?
They don't want to share their names.
Does anybody look like they're in charge?
They sort of seem to be operating via committee. So, like, any decisions they're making, they all kind of gather together for a moment and chat with each other about it.
Fair enough.
But yeah, before we head forward, why don't we go ahead and take a short break? When we come back, we'll see what lies in the depths shortly. We are back. And
With
the party,
Ironheart? Oh shit, I put her away.
the party is choosing to head deeper into the depths. These tunnels.
Just to remind ourselves, we're supposed to be out of here by nighttime, is that right?
Correct.
How
That
far
ain't
do we
happening.
think that is from now?
Not but an hour or two.
I'm sure it'll be fine. It'll
And
be
what
fine.
happens if we don't get out by nighttime?
You were told it was certain death.
So,
Probably
y'all,
by-
what are you thinking by that? Like, how far would it? How long, if we didn't encounter anything, would it take us to get out by now?
You could get back out of here in about 45 minutes.
Oh,
If
that's
you
good.
went straight to the, if you went straight back, since you've been mapping it out pretty well. Like the hardest part is getting around that one pit. That's what took the most amount of time.
We'd have to leave in 15 minutes to be out of here by nighttime.
But if we do, then we fail our mission because we don't have the item.
What do you guys want to do? I mean, I don't want to die.
If we die, then we also technically fail our mission.
I want to fail the. I don't want to fail the mission and die.
Narissa just kind of looks over at Frey and's like, it's more permanent for some of us than others, true.
I say
What
we
should we
press on
do?
forward.
But wasn't it Ryan that said certain death? Like, we'd believe her, right?
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
But also, if we leave now, the drow will get away. We will not have a chance at the item again.
I see that. I think that the drow are the doom, or something like that.
You think they're what would kill us?
Yeah, I do.
So, since we've already been doing okay with them, you think we should continue?
Yeah, this is my misguided belief. I'm sure the module will prove me wrong, but this is what I'm going with.
Not a module, Trow.
Sorry.
I can't help but listen to what y'all saying since you're a few feet ahead of me and speaking rather loudly.
Talking loudly.
But
What do you think?
the
Especially
drow is
the
probably long gone. We spent a lot of time trying to figure out that wall. Whatever it is you came down here for, you're probably not getting it tonight. You're probably not getting it tomorrow. My bet is they're going to try to hawk it. Get a good amount of coin. I know a place where the drow go to trade. I could take you there if you'd like, but they won't like your kind. They're not going to be friendly to you.
To any of us?
Most certainly not. But if you had some sort of pass, you could be acceptable. We could take you in as our slaves. They would be willing to allow that.
Not gonna do that.
Well, then if we take you there, you're likely to have some bad encounters.
What do you think, team?
I say we live to fight another day.
So we're gonna retreat?
At least now we can warn Ryan that the item is in the Drow's hands. Maybe she'll know what to do about that.
Okay.
An item that expensive will take them time to sell off, I'm sure. Why don't we make you a deal? Where can we find one of you? In the next, say, day. Tomorrow afternoon.
Best if you guys are not comfortable.
Do you know where the barracks are? That's where I live.
What barracks?
In Silver Hope.
It's a Silver Hope.
It's a city
But
on the surface.
Oh, in the surface city. We prefer not to go into the cities in the surface.
We could meet you somewhere.
That would be good. You aware where the scaled tree is?
What knowledge?
Are we aware?
Knowledge
Yeah.
geography.
No,
What is it?
local.
Knowledge
Oh.
geography.
Oh my god.
Oh, knowledge geography.
Yeah. I'll give you a knowledge local, but it's going to be much higher.
Meaning that the roll is automatically much higher?
No, meaning the DC is.
I can't try knowledge local because I already did knowledge geography.
You can try. I'll let you try the knowledge local as well, but
Okay. Come on.
no, a scaled tree sounds kind of weird. Do they mean like a climbed tree, or do they mean like it has scales on it?
We don't
Yep.
know where that is.
I cannot believe that, as deep dwellers, we know best where a tree is over all of you. If you wander the woods, you'll find a tree that's covered in scales. It's hard to miss. You find that tree, we'll meet you there tomorrow afternoon.
Thanks.
We'll let you know if it's where we think it is. And if it is, then you can work out arrangements for how to get there. We're sure it's not going to be able to sell it off quickly. If it's as magical as your friend there says it is. That it can be seen even when it's not here. I've heard items like that fetch a small fortune. The money would have to be arranged. No one carries that kind of coin with them.
Makes sense to me.
We appreciate your advice.
You're welcome. Just remember it later. All the help we've given you.
Yes.
Of course.
Well, best be on your way then. We'll make our way the rest of the way.
I say
Remember,
this out of-
scaled tree tomorrow.
The horrible monsters you're going to make.
I hope you get to your cave safely and are glad that we brought you into the cave.
We are. Thank you for your assistance as well. Perhaps it's why we're willing to be so kind to you.
Bye.
Good day.
All right.
Let's get the out of here.
Yeah. You guys will come back up to a wall when
Let's
you go
throw
back.
some rocks at it.
Yeah. Throw rocks at it. Go
You
through
guys
it.
just start throwing a bunch of random rocks at it.
Does it work?
Does that help?
No.
Well, that kind of sucks.
Is this the wall at the entrance?
I mean, it's the only wall. I mean, there was a pathway here before, but
I'm gonna walk through it and see what happens.
give me a will save.
I was not expecting this.
You'll pass through the wall.
Is Dabobe with me?
Tabobe needs to give me a will save.
Bastard.
I will also try.
Tabobe will not pass through the wall.
Oh, that was not me. I
That
didn't
was
really.
me.
Oh, Eli, you will not pass through the wall, and Tabobe will most certainly not pass through the wall.
Should I try again?
Ah, shit.
I'm gonna try.
Okay.
What if Narissa? Oh, that's annoying. I was gonna say, what if someone like holds my hand as they go through, does it make it easier for me to get
It does
in?
not.
I guess I will also try and go through the wall.
Yeah. Oh, I was hoping that would happen. So Frey starts to go through the wall, and you watch as Frey gets stuck between the wall on both sides. Frey, can I get you to give me a fortitude save? As you rolled the magic number. Frey, you suddenly feel yourself unable to breathe as the wall begins to suffocate you. Al, you see like one of Frey's arms kind of reach through, her face barely breaching the other side of the wall, but like just her forehead, and the other two of you can see an arm and a leg sticking out from behind.
Pull Frey through.
I'm trying to pull Frey. I yell as if you can hear me. I'm trying to pull Frey through.
Give me a strength check from Al.
I'm not used to my characters actually making these checks. I want you guys to know this is very disappointing for me.
No, Al, you cannot quite pull strong enough. Frey, give me another will save. Ooh, I need you to... Hang on 1 second.
I have one good roll, please.
You will need to give me a... Oh no, you do not get another fort save. You will feel your body go limp, and as will Al, as you fall unconscious. You are at 0 hit points.
Is Frey still stuck in the wall?
Frey is still stuck in the wall.
How did we get through this last time, or was there just not a wall?
The dwarves seem to know when it was solid and when it wasn't. Because remember, they told us to wait and then to go. Can I try and pull Frey out on our
Give
side?
me a strength check.
Oh, come on.
Ooh, that is a very good strength check. Give me a will save.
Oh.
You pull as hard as you can, and as you pull, you feel Frey kind of moving, but something is definitely keeping her stuck there. Or them there. Al, you are also trying to pull, so give me a strength check as well.
Tug of war with Frey.
Well, the good news is I am in no way strong enough to tear her apart, so, you know. Oh, wrong sheet. Sorry.
That is not enough, but it is enough to prompt you to give me a will save. As you do it, you can feel Frey start to move, and Narissa, you feel like Frey is pulling away from you. Frey, give me a will save. The mind still works, even if the body does not. Please move yourself to -1 hit point.
Oh, man.
Good roll.
Jeez, Steve.
I'm asking for one
I
good
am
roll.
going to put my balm of Cure Serious Wounds on the part of Frey that's sticking out. On
You
our side.
don't know that Frey is dying.
I
So
can tell that she's they're unconscious.
You can't, because
right?
all you can see is a hand at this point that's slowly moving away. I guess
if I-
Narissa might be able to say it feels limp. So yeah, you could. I'll give that you could do that. That's fine. So roll a d4 plus 1.
For Cure Serious?
I'm sorry, Cure Serious. Yeah, roll.
Yeah.
What is that? 5d4 plus 7, or plus 5. Sorry, 5d4
Yeah,
plus 5.
5d4 plus 5.
All right.
As soon as I feel like Frey is moving, I will let go, because I think Narissa would assume that maybe Al's trying the same thing or something, and, you know.
Yeah. Al, go ahead and give me another strength check.
Oh, shit. Come on.
Very good. Give me another will save.
And then I'm going to fail the will save.
No, good. That is acceptable enough for what you are doing. You are able to sort of pull her more of the way, and Frey will reach the other side. With
And you don't mean death by that, right?
give me one more will save though, Frey.
Only half of you comes through.
But you will. I will need to look at your inventory.
Oh, the cruelty.
I am removing the things that are crushed by the wall on your way through.
Oh, man.
You're gonna tell them what they are?
She can find out.
I saw. I watched them disappear
What were
with
they?
horror and sadness. Basically all of the curing items.
They are smashed in the wall as she moves through.
Because you say, they're not smashed through the wall. The wall has been healed for D8 plus points. The wall is looking hale and hearty.
How far away are the dwarves now?
You have no idea at this point. You don't know how fast they move. You can't see them.
Narissa is going to put a hand to the wall to see, like, I guess trying to, like, see if she can pass her hand through.
No.
No?
Nope.
Well,
Sir-
I mean, Debobe's really only got one option, right? With that, with her.
Debobe has already failed. There are no reattempts against this. The wall gives you one attempt. Frey was able to pass through because Frey partially disbelieved it, but did not fully, like, it's that feeling where you get enough strength to, like, get on a roller coaster, and then you sit on the roller coaster and the panic kicks in, and you're like, this can't really work, but you can't get off the roller coaster, so you spend the entire roller coaster, like, racked by fear. Only in this case, the fear that racks you is reality overtaking, or like your belief overtaking reality. And so she began to suffocate in the wall. When Al was pulling her through, what Al was doing was believing that he could pull her through the wall. That is what was able to maintain that. The first strength check was not being strong enough to physically make the pull. The next were being able to pull the person, and the wall being disbelieved, or being, like, reduced in its belief in the process. But Frey was still taking the experience of the wall being real. Because to the world, the wall is real.
Okay, so I don't have to worry that the animal with the 2 intelligence is going to knock itself unconscious trying to get through a wall it can't get through?
Right now I would say that, like, Debobe is trying to scratch her way through.
Okay, all right.
But a solution needs to be remembered to how to get through, or found to how to get through.
Does the wall look like it goes all the way up?
Yes.
I'm going to throw a rock at the wall and hope for the best.
Yeah. Give me a roll of a D100.
I don't even have one on.
/R space D100.
Yeah. /R space.
Yep. D100.
37.
Yeah, you throw a random rock at the wall and it has no effect.
Can I try it again?
Yeah. Do you have some way of keeping track of these rocks?
I'm only going to throw 2.
Okay. Press the up arrow and then press enter.
Ooh.
And that will retype the last thing you typed.
Ah, even
Nope.
worse.
Is there any, on our side, is there anything, like, any rocks that look heavier or bigger than other rocks?
No, you guys were just throwing, like, a maelstrom of rocks. You guys all said you were throwing rocks at it. So I was imagining, like, you're picking up handfuls and just chucking them at the wall in the hopes that one of them would work.
I was just wondering if there's, like, a bigger one somewhere, like a small boulder or anything like that.
No, nothing like that. There's a weird contraption. One way you can just push your way through, the other way has a trigger.
Can I just knock on it in different places with my hand?
You can.
Doesn't do
It
it.
knocks like knocking on stone.
Huh.
Can I lick it?
You can. It tastes like stone.
You said kick it or lick it?
Lick it.
Narissa is disappointed that her breath weapon's gone because she's really frustrated with this wall. She doesn't want to mess up her nice falchion hitting at it.
Can I try shooting an arrow at it?
Sure.
Now that I'm on the other side, does this look like the wall we came in through?
Can you give me a D100, and as you roll that D100, you want to roll lows. Okay, Charles. Does a 29 hit? Al, does a 29 hit Al, who is standing on the other side of the wall?
29 hits out.
All right, roll me damage, Eli. An arrow. So to Eli, the arrow hits the wall and like falls on the ground, but then like breaks, and gets like lost in the rocks. Al, on the other hand, feels the arrow come through the wall
That sucks.
and takes 5 points of damage.
Ouch. Now the wall is attacking. Well,
Does this look like the wall we came in through?
Yes.
Okay.
do you want to look for rocks and try our luck? I don't have any ideas.
I'm gonna shout to see if the dwarves are within hearing distance of me.
You can shout.
I said shout.
Give me a perception check as you shout. You hear a slurping noise.
Oh
Uh-oh.
no.
That sounds like a slime.
Yep.
Maybe it's somebody
I need to
drinking.
avoid that.
Any thoughts, Frey? Any checks you
Where-
want to try to make?
Where are we in the cave? Because I think I might be confusing this wall with a different wall.
No, you're close to the wall that you guys passed through. That was like a fake wall that the dwarves showed you the way through.
Okay.
Can I throw the arrow at the wall?
Yeah, you can throw the arrow at the
The
wall.
arrow didn't actually come through though. You said it just.
You don't see the arrow come through. To you, the arrow breaks against the wall. But that is your mind telling you that that's what would happen if the arrow hits the wall. The actual course of the arrow penetrates the wall and hits the other side.
What happens?
But right now, I'm waiting to see what the next course of action is.
Oh,
Narissa is cursing under her breath because she's like really upset. She's like, this is just typical magic. More problems are created by magic. Typical.
Could you rage to get us through?
I don't have, well, I mean, rage just, it'll give me a little extra strength, but I don't have a way of getting us through.
She would
I
need
guess
some
it-
way that would give her a reroll on a will save.
Yeah.
This wouldn't help her or Debobe, but could I use my? Oh no, it's too late to use my adaptable lock, right?
Yeah.
I don't know what to do. I guess we're gonna die here.
There's time.
I guess the GM decided he was bored with the game.
No.
so
I'm
what
not
happens
sure
when I
that's
throw
what
the
happened.
arrow, Estebancio?
You will throw the arrow, and the arrow will kind of land. Well, I guess give me a ranged attack roll.
All right, now I'm doing something.
You're throwing an arrow. It's not like you're proficient at it.
Oh, no. It's, I mean, I got, I'm all out of ideas. I tried nothing and I'm all out of ideas.
Just empty the water skin on it. Let erosion
Yeah.
do its thing.
The arrow will just kind of land in the space between the wall and the other side of the wall.
Huh. I don't know if it went through. What do you think?
Yeah, it's hard. Well, I mean, you can see somewhat partially, like how it lands and where it falls, but it's still like there is still some thickness to it. The odd part about this, Frey will recognize is that the wall, normally when you disbelieve an illusion, there is a certain level of being able to see through it very clearly. This wall is very solid as you look through it, almost as if somehow the wall is capable of like resetting itself. And that will run you down a series of questions that might trigger a Knowledge Arcana check. That is enough to give you a hint. In order to have an object that will react against something that is known to be fake in a way that is fake, it itself has to be... it itself has to have something special about it.
What did that even mean?
I think it means, what is the sound of one hand clapping?
No.
Are you going to share that information with me? Because I'm sure I will be to help.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you want to interact with something fake, it has to be something special? Do you know
Can I detect magic around the area?
You can. You will notice a rock that glows very faintly with magic.
Aha!
I'm going to throw that rock at the wall.
As you do, you will be able to see through the wall. And then after a few moments, the wall will go solid again.
Okay.
Does a rock go through on their
The
spot?
rock does not go through. The rock bounces off the wall.
Huh.
I'm going to try it again, but I'm going to try and see if they can hear something that I say as
Go ahead.
the wall is transparent.
What are you saying?
Hi!
You throw the rock, and it hits the wall, and you say hi. How do you confirm whether or not they can hear you?
I'm gonna see if they have any reaction to it.
Okay, give me a perception check as this happens, because you're watching for a facial reaction that they're having as you throw this rock.
Yeah, maybe I was the best
In a
person
very
to do
short
this.
period of time. Yeah, you throw the rock, and as you do, like, the butterfly kind of flies right past your eyes, and you watch it for a moment, and then you realize, I forgot the wall. You can try again if you'd like. The two of you do hear hi. But Frey, you do not know this.
Could Frey throw it when it goes transparent, pick up the rock, and walk through?
I don't know.
And then do it on the other side so it all goes through?
You don't know. I know. I actually do know, but you don't know.
When Frey throws, when you throw the rock again, should I try to run through the wall?
Then you would just get stuck on the other side.
Well, that's true.
We need to get the rock through. Right? Maybe?
Maybe.
I can't even be telling you this.
Could when Frey throws the rock against the wall, could Al call to Debobe to test it? Maybe Debobe, hearing Al call to her, would run to Al if she heard it?
I mean, I can try that.
Try?
Okay.
Yeah.
You can throw the rock at the wall. I'll say that Al can come up with that idea. I think that's reasonable. So you throw the rock at the wall. Al, like realizing after Frey's air there, calls to Debobe to come. And Debobe would like claw at the wall, realize the wall is traversable, and will continue their way through. And the two of you will watch as Debobe just seemingly walks through the wall with no problem.
I will try and go right behind Bowie.
The wall is solid.
Narissa just like cusses more because like this is just typical magic. Like
I'm not much of a complainer, but this does suck.
Oh, it's good for what ails you. It's a binary. It's either on or off, right? So we throw the rock, and you gotta make your dive, and then once you're through, then we throw the rock again for the next person. We hope that works.
And say, "Come through."
Yes, exactly.
Well, I don't know if we have enough time to say come through, so I'm just gonna throw the rock and then say now. And hope they.
When you hear now, do either of you do anything?
I'll try.
Okay, you rush through.
All right, and then the slime attacks. The party separate from everybody else. Way to go, Steve.
Narissa, the slurping sound is much louder now.
And then once I have the chance, I'm gonna throw the rock again and say now again.
I will go through when I hear now.
All right. You are all through.
By the way, it's just the gnome with an icy drink.
When I go through, do I hear sad slurping noises?
No. It has no emotion. It does not feel. It simply consumes.
It might be sad it didn't get to consume.
It does not feel. It has no emotions. It just consumes. The party can make its way back out of the tunnels, back to the surface, and back
That wasn't very fun.
to town.
It was fun when I exploded that Nancy with my falchion. That was a lot of fun.
I didn't have very much fun. I don't like not being able to see.
Darkness is disappointing. But now you're in the evening light as you make it back to town.
Get away.
Where is your destination when you arrive?
Do we want to tell Rhyme right away?
That blew my mind for a second there. Where's our destination when we arrive? Whoa!
I think it would be better to tell Rhyme than to just leave it for tomorrow. I'm sure Rhyme already assumes we failed.
Yeah, I feel like we need to get the bad news over with.
Get it done.
Yep. You can go to find Rhyme. Rhyme is still in her office when you arrive. She is writing something down as you come to the door and are allowed in. And she'll look across the four of you, her eyes kind of glowing slightly as you all step through the door to her frosty room. Well, it is actually all of you. I suppose I won't need to finish this. And she'll pick up the piece of paper, which will turn to ice that she'll shatter in her hands, and then kind of brush off of her desk into a bin. I was preparing your death reports.
That's not great.
Well, they must be filled out if you don't return.
Yeah, I got it.
Late, but I am glad to see you have done so. Do you have a gift for me?
Unfortunately, we do not.
Thought our return was the gift.
Yeah, you're.
Well, that does make you more successful than previous raiding parties.
I'm sorry we couldn't get it. We did try very hard.
We ran into a group of elf-like creatures. We think they might have been drow, who are also after the item. one of them seems to have managed to get away with it.
How would they have gotten in? It is a one-way cave.
The tunnels went deeper than the room that it was in. They went that way.
No, that should not be correct. The legend was that there was a creature that resided in there, and it did not make any tunnels into the depths.
There's slime in there too, it sounds like.
Well, there
You
was
encountered
this
a
wall.
slime.
We were told about it and then we heard it coming, but we didn't directly encounter it.
There was this wall that there's some trick to it. I don't understand the mechanisms of it fully, but it's seemingly solid until the parameters are met, and then you can pass through it.
Did you find anything else in there besides what you
we
failed
found
to find?
This tapestry, I will pull that out, as well as, let's see, this family seal off some bodies.
She'll take the two of those.
We found some like precious stones, a sword, some
It's
potions.
the tapestries seem
Oh!
to be.
Sorry.
Along with the tapestries, there seem to be instructions on how to put these creatures together, as well as some bigger, almost combination creature, apex creature.
I am confused. You are repeatedly saying the word tapestry, and yet there is only one here. Where are the other
There-
tapestries? Did you leave them behind?
Yes. Well, they gave them to the dwarves.
What dwarves?
I love how you say they.
We ran into some dwarves.
And
They came with us and they helped us summon the cave.
And then where did they go?
To their
The
own
wall,
cave destination.
yeah, past the wall into those deeper tunnels.
How familiar were they with your foes?
They hated them. They called them Nancy's.
Cave now.
Cave Nancy's, yes.
They were not particularly familiar with trees for dwarves, and none of them had ale.
We're supposed to meet them tomorrow because so we think the drow might have gotten away with the item we were trying to get. We couldn't see, but the dwarves said the drow would probably be bringing it somewhere to sell. And if we meet them tomorrow at a scaly tree, that they could give us more
scaled tree.
information.
Ah. Scaled tree.
Are you
There's also
familiar
this
with that?
unreadable
Indeed.
scroll.
Is there?
I will present Ryan with the scroll.
Yeah. Again, her magical hand will pick it up and bring it to her. She will take a few moments to look it over and then read through it. Funny. I will hold on to this for now until the time is right. But this may be of advantage to you to all of you later on. But based on your current performance, I'd rather not see it blown too early.
There's also this pouch. I don't know exactly what is in it. It was the pouch of Haze Mind Concentrate. I'll pull that out. I don't even know what that is. And I don't think Narissa would either.
She will take it. This is actually something that she will be unfamiliar with. And she'll offer to get it examined. I'll be able to figure this out.
Thank you.
Very well. So you're going to meet with these deep dwarves, and you're going to... what from there? What did they think they knew?
They thought that they could get us into the market and...
What did they think they knew?
Oh.
where the item would be sold.
She said, as she says that, like a cold, like a cold, sort of mist pours from her nose as she stares at Frey to your response.
They believe they know where the item is being sold and can help us get to it.
Do you intend to meet with them?
We did.
Did they offer you any other options for getting down there?
They wanted us to go down dressed as their slaves, which seemed like a bad idea.
Well, I'm glad you did not agree to that. But I think this is a situation where we can entreat with them. I need you to understand that where you'll be going is a very dangerous place, and you should trust no one there, including those guiding you there.
This is the scaled tree place?
When you meet at the scaled tree, you'll merely be determining whether or not the item has ended up where these dwarves believe it to be. And the next step will be to retrieve it.
Okay, the place we would go to retrieve it would be dangerous.
Yes. And I intend to make sure that the four of you have what you need to go down there successfully enough. Because, well, I think that, let me be quite frank, you are a sloppy and irresponsible mess of a team. I think that there is something about the Great Eight that seems to bless you in an unexpected kind of way. And sometimes it is best that we leave things up to the Eight more than trying to make the plan work out perfectly.
Is that Erasmus's favorite group, the Eight?
No, the Eight is a god, the god of sort of chance and a bit of divination.
You could say they will provide.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, what I will have for you will be in each of your lockers in the morning. Freya will have yours personally delivered.
Wow.
As you don't have a locker. You will each be bringing with you a disguise, which will make you appear as either drow, for those of you of proper height, or for the one of you not, a deep gnome, known by the name Svinnerfliblin. Did I do that justice, Charles, or did I mispronounce it?
It's Svirfneblin.
Thank you. I feel like I get it wrong every time.
The name is so hard to pronounce that the actual key to a Gygax module is teaching a wizard how to say Svirfneblin. The wizard has been struggling to say it, and if you teach him how to say it, he immediately is like, "Oh, thank you," and then guide you out of the keep. It's the dumbest. So who would be the Svirfneblin?
She'll gesture at Eli.
Oh, okay.
I'm sure.
Any further questions?
Were those just regular dwarves, or were those fancy dwarves, or man?
What they are is not... They are not your normal dwarves. I will say that you were on a bit of the right track. I would prefer we not refer to them by type, though. There are arrangements that have been made.
Okay.
Simply don't worry about what their type is and do what needs to be done.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
You're just a kindness.
Any further questions?
Do you know about the kobolds that are down there?
Hey, let's leave the room while this is discussed.
How did you find them? That was not where they were sent.
I knew that was coming.
That's where they were. We just stumbled into them walking through. They say that they're ready.
Poor little guys.
Oh.
Just gonna go down there and wipe them
Sad.
now. Yeah. Go
They
there.
are most certainly very sad. I sent them on what I thought was a meaningless reconnaissance mission to keep them busy. And it looks like they are quite mixed up. If you pass by them, please ask them to meet at our special place.
Cool.
It is sometimes strange, the children that people end up with, isn't it?
It is.
Very.
Very much so.
Well,
Or the parents people end up with, right? Goes both ways.
no. I think it is often most impressive the people that people get to be the children of. Wouldn't some of you agree?
I agree.
I mean, I like my parents.
Sure.
That seems like an argument I'm not interested in.
She lets out a very deep breath, and a lot of ice kind of like fills the air around her and kind of crackles onto the desk in front of her. Well, I think we're quite done here. In the morning, you'll get your things. In the afternoon, you'll meet with the dwarf. You'll head with him down into this place with your costumes on. And I expect that one way or another you will figure out how we are getting this item. Now let me assure you that this is going to be of great value to you to accomplish. So do not spare any expense or concern. It is most important that we have this item recovered. But also, again, do not share the details of what you are doing with anyone here on the surface. Understood?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Yes.
Good.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank
You-
you, Justicar. Grand Justicar.
Grand Justicar. Thank you.
You are dismissed.
Wait,
I will
we're
walk out.
fired?
You're dismissed, not terminated.
It'd be probably frosted, not fired.
If the
Yeah,
rumors are
that's
true,
probably-
be consumed.
Indeed. Have a good night. I will head out.
I got my hint and left.
Yeah, the night will pass, largely uneventfully. You all can rest, recuperate. prepare for the next day. And I think that is a good time to take another short break. Be back. The party. Does the party wish to do anything before they set out?
We have to get our costumes.
Indeed.
I was refreshed. Did we each get a writ of like 1,000 gold, or was that for us to split as a party?
Not recently. You guys had gotten that a while ago.
Right. Well, she gave that to us.
I thought we used that all up. Am I wrong?
Huh. Yeah, I think we did. I just had it still in my inventory. That's why I was like, okay. So I believe we used that up because we bought better gear before we went back into the cave.
Mm-hmm. But you will find your outfits prepared for each of you. There is a little reminder note on them to not put them on until you are going to head into the cave.
Okay.
I'm calling mine the drought fit.
That is pretty epic. Okay. I love that a lot. The drought bit.
So we probably should get like a map or look up how to get to the scaled tree, since none of us seem to know where that is.
There are instructions for how to get there that are
okay.
left with Frey.
Oh, thank
Sorry,
goodness.
they are delivered to Frey.
We also have quite a bit of money from the cave. Do we want to buy more potions? Especially since some of us seem to have...
Yeah, we should buy
Didn't
more
lose
potions.
all mine.
No, you healed the wall. That's
How
what
much did we heal
Sure,
overnight?
I healed the wall.
Overnight, you heal your level plus your con modifier. With a minimum of 1.
Cycling aims.
And you heal 1 point of ability score damage if any of you still have any.
Oh, wonderful. The Bobe is back up.
So I guess we'll visit our favorite dwarf.
Mm-hmm. He will have potions available to sell to you.
I'm back at full. Let's hear it for not having many hit points.
What do you wish to buy?
How much are the cure lights then?
I believe he was selling them to you for 40 before.
That sounds
40
right.
gold.
Yep.
Okay.
No.
How much money do we have?
We have 948 copper, 574 silver, 374 gold, and 86 platinum.
Ooh.
I mean, that's just what I brought back from the cave. I don't know what else you guys have, but that's what I have from the cave. Since I was carrying everything.
I don't got shit.
Man.
Did anyone use their potions or bombs, or am I really?
Yes, I used my balm of Cure Serious on you, and I used a balm of Cure Light on myself.
How much would the balm of Cure Serious be?
A balm of Cure Serious, he would sell to you for 600 gold.
600 gold.
Yes.
That's so expensive.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's basically 60 platinum, right?
Yes.
Okay, so I'll just go ahead and get that for Eli to replenish what he used.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
And he is going to make you an offer, actually, Narissa. You seem the type to break things or That weapon, it strikes me as the kind of thing that gets rid of obstacles in your way quite efficiently, yes?
Oh, yes.
Perhaps I could offer you an experiment of sorts.
Okay. What sort of experiment?
I've been working with potions that will work under certain conditions, and one of them particularly has to do with the interactions with the spell known as Rage. These are potions which are functional only while you would be in an angry state or under the effects of the specific spell.
I would certainly be interested in those.
Since I'm going to be having you experiment with them, I will give you the first free, and he'll slide you a potion. This one should make you larger when you drink it. But again, it will only function while you are enraged. It seems to, in doing this, allow me to split the mixture a bit, so I can produce more instances of this while having to use less resources.
Well, I will try it out and I'll give you some feedback. I'll let you know how it goes.
Excellent. If this works, I should have a whole line of interesting circumstances to try out things with. If it does not, I apologize. Not everything I make comes out quite perfect.
Well, I won't hold it against you if it doesn't work out.
Thank you.
Now, Frey, how many potions did you want to get?
I was thinking maybe... I know I want at least 2 Cure Light Bombs and maybe a Cure Light Potion.
She'll slide over 120 gold.
Okay.
Alright.
Along with that, then, he will actually offer you another added bonus. He will, just something that he has leftovers that don't typically go away quickly. He will slide you a Balm of Guidance.
Ooh.
Should I take that down? I'm actually very...
Yeah, who's recording that?
Are you putting it on yours, Michelle?
I could.
Well, this has been wonderful. We get ourselves restocked. Are you okay, Al? Do you need anything?
I didn't get to use anything. And I kept getting healed by thoughtful members of the party, so...
Alright.
Is there anything we could get? I mean, we probably can't afford it, but that would help us in case we encounter magical darkness again.
I believe you've asked about this before. What kind of magical darkness? A lot of people seem to think that just the simple spell darkness is the only darkness you have to overcome. But there are variants out there of it. Something has happened recently to certain spells, and darkness appears to be one of them. There is what we would consider the old version, the version that worked merely by producing a light dampening or effect. But there is one recently that even clouds the eyes of those who can see in the dark, which previous spells have not been able to do with the same power. It appears the gods have been deeming some people fit for this.
I think that's what we encountered because I certainly couldn't see while we were there.
That will create a problem then, because I lack any sort of ability to overcome that aspect of it. I can make potions of dark vision, but I found nothing yet that I'm able to make that gets me past. My apologies.
How much is a potion of dark vision? Is it also 40?
Dark vision is... I could sell it to you for around 250 gold.
Okay.
How long does it last for?
It lasts for 3 hours.
Pricey 3 hours.
We could buy one if you want, Eli.
Alright, Eli declines.
Well, I think if that's all, then we should probably head out.
Very well. Good luck out there.
Thank you.
And the party can make their way out into the woods.
Yay!
To the Tree of Scales. You can follow directions on the map. Let's see if you run into anything along the way. The path to the Tree of Scales requires you to pass through a bit of the spider-coated forest that you had went through before. You can see the webs all around you and the darkened area. But as if something has changed in the feelings of this region, you are unbothered as you continue your travels until you eventually reach an area where this tree produces a sort of cold light that comes from it, a tall silver-scaled tree that ascends high into the heavens, well above the canopy. It breaches through, letting out a faint light. And beneath it, as your travel takes you about the full part of the morning to get to this tree, beneath it you will find a couple of dwarves waiting for you.
Oh, wow.
I didn't think you'd actually come.
Why not?
Just never know. With your kind.
What's my kind?
Surface dwellers.
Oh,
Sometimes you all are unwilling to work with us from below. Or I expected maybe there'd be a small army of you.
we are a small army, aren't we?
No.
No, not at all.
Well,
I'm small.
I have good news for all of you. It is most certainly where I expected it. The one thing you can count on is those Nancys. They operate like a well-trained dog would, always following the same patterns every time. question
what
is,
do we know about the place?
is a large trading outpost. A place where many of us from below go to make deals, and even some of you from up here, often in disguises, of course. It is not an easy place to get to, but it is a place of quite a bit of wonder and variety that is not seen on your surface. You will.
Is it in a cave?
Of course it's in a cave. All the best things are in caves.
There you go.
Hey team, what are we planning to do when we see it? Are we gonna steal it? Are we gonna pay for it? What's happening?
How do they pay for things at this market?
The coin from up here is as good as the coin from down there. They are valued at the same weight. Though they bear different symbols, they are still accepted. A little less likely that our coin will be accepted up here, though.
Do you happen to know how much it is?
I was not looking to ask a lot of questions. Just get the information I needed.
We wouldn't want to call attention to it, I understand.
Yes, we had heard word of somebody just simply selling something of great powerful magic that had only recently arrived and was looking for someone who could make an offer. I know not their expectation.
Seems like a winner there. I'm willing to go with that.
You said they'd probably not be expecting someone to have the coin to pay for it straight away, right?
Of course not. The amount of money I would expect, if it's as powerful as you say it is not something someone could just come down there with in their pocket.
So if we did offer to buy it, we would be, say, arranging a meeting.
Yes, there would most likely have to be some sort of arranged time in place with proper securities and secures in whatever location you set it up for.
Would we be able to just steal it?
I wouldn't think that would be a good idea with what we know of this place.
I imagine that would be quite a difficulty. That would be like trying to steal the darkness from the night.
Well, that just makes it sound interesting.
Because the night. Sorry.
I imagine it would be quite well guarded down there.
Anyone bringing an item like that has probably already found the means they need to protect themselves until it is sold.
We probably should do some investigating. You know what I mean? Figure out what
We
it
brought
Well-
disguises.
Yes.
So I will not be bringing you down as my slaves.
No.
Very well then. Well, I can bring you there.
We appreciate that.
Can I have Frey and Narissa give me will saves?
Ooh.
Ooh, that was not good.
Narissa, you hear a whisper in your ear. Please help me.
Do I recognize that?
No voice you've ever heard before.
It says, please help.
Mm-hmm.
I will look around just to see if I notice anything.
There is no one else around here.
You all good, Marissa?
I thought I heard something. But
What did you hear?
somebody asking for help.
Is anybody around?
There's no one around. No one but all of you?
Well, I guess we should keep going.
Are you continuing?
Yes. I mean, I didn't hear anything, right?
Yeah. As the party walks on, Narissa, you'll hear one last thing in your ear. Please, don't leave me.
Was it the tree?
The party can continue on. The cave that the dwarf brings you to is built into the side of this very, like, sort of mundane hill out in the middle of the depths of the woods. It does not look like a natural cave. This looks like something that was specifically put here. There are small runic decorations around the entrance as you come up to it, as well as a series of like signs against the wall in a variety of languages, warning you that below there are dangers and that you should not go down here if you do not know what lies beneath or where you are going. And the dwarf will kind of like drag a hand across the sign as he passes by it. Or both of them will, I'm sorry, as they pass by it. And then continue down. They know the way. And as you plunge into the depths, there will be nothing that bothers your travel until you make your way to a rather large opening in a network of tunnels. As you enter into the area, there are the terrain is very like it's not flat, it is very like craggish. So there are like tents that are set up on top of like certain rock structures and paths that have been kind of hammered to be flat, or there may be some like larger stones that are set up to create pathways down and around to various areas, with stalls that are built in some places, tents in other places, and a number of creatures roaming about. Some look gnomish, some look dwarvish, some look elvish, but they all seem a bit different than what you are normally used to, but different colors of creatures are pretty normal about the surface. So maybe just this is how it is down here in the depths.
And do we fit in well with our disguises?
No one seems to take any notice to you, save a couple of people that have a lingering stare at you. But you'll notice there is a glow about their eyes when they do, but they seem not to pay any mind to it, aside from keeping an eye on you as you walk by. I'll have to leave it to you here to figure things out. I don't want to be seen for too much longer around your kind. What you look like, anyway.
Thanks.
And he'll break away from you quickly as he leads you to the entrance to the cave.
So he does not go into the market at all?
No. He will lead you to the entrance, like, let you know that he's not going to be seen with you, and then he'll make his way away.
Okay.
as you come in, you'll also notice there are various other like exits to this system, and each exit has a symbol around the tunnelway, so you can easily recall which way you came from. What is your plan?
Do we know where the big auction is at?
It's all like there's a number of various stalls and things, so it's a matter of trying to figure out how to get the information.
It's more like a black market.
Yes.
Well,
down here, so the thing is, this isn't like a black market. Like, this is a regular market. You're just going to a place where the laws are much different. So does anybody have any ranks in either knowledge law or knowledge history?
No.
Oh, I have ranks in both.
Okay. Well, give me knowledge law then. That's okay because you are rolling this as a specialty skill. Specialty skills treat the DCs differently. So you know some base level knowledge. You know that the law of where you come from is what's called the law of the land. Or as some refer to it, the law of the surface from below. It only applies to those things that happen above a certain point in the ground. Anything below that, you know, has its own set of laws. You don't know what those laws are, but you know there are people that will build their homes lower than a certain depth. And that is so that they can conduct things that are not subject to the regular laws, but to have access to those places require special permits. So this is something that you'll know. You don't know what changes about the law and why that is the case, but you do know that the law is different below a certain point of ground. And so this market isn't necessarily a black market because you're not buying anything. You're not inherently buying something illegal down here. Whereas in a black market, you would know that you are buying something illegal where you are buying it.
Well, we should probably talk to someone, see if we can kind of establish what the rules and customs are here.
Sounds good to me.
Maybe buy something inexpensive, from that person while we're chatting with them or something.
Yeah. What's something you guys would want to look for to buy?
A potion of dark vision.
Not suspicious at all.
No.
How about I don't even know. What would you buy?
We could just
Are
simply
there
look
any
for
food This is a straight up market, right?
Yes.
Any food vendors?
There are indeed places to get some chow.
Let's get something mushroomy, right? It's underground.
Yep.
They probably have it with mushrooms in
You
it.
can definitely get something with some mushrooms in it. So you can head up to a little food stall that's there. There is a sort of dwarven-looking person that is running this. And he is selling like stewed mushrooms, some steamed mushrooms of various different kinds. The issue as you come up to it is, hold on one second.
We all look like Nancy's except for one.
Additionally, I don't think any of you know the language, so none of you can read the signs. You can just smell the mushrooms. Yeah, that is correct. None of you can read the signs, just smell the mushrooms.
Oh, man. Shit. Anybody got any ideas? What languages do we speak?
Common and Draconic.
Common, Draconic,
speak-
Orcish, Goblin, Dwarven.
try Goblin.
You want her to try Goblin over Dwarven?
Okay, try Dwarven. Duh.
Try talking to them in
Yeah,
Dwarven?
try talking to them in Dwarven.
Normally the signs are not written in Dwarven. 'cause then-
They are not
Yeah,
written in
so-
Dwarven, though. But
Yeah, you would recognize it. So clearly it's written in something else. Usually in most underground campaigns, there's an undercommon language that is like an argot of various languages used for trade. But, you know, we don't know it, so we got to go with the language that matches the person. So, Dwarven it is.
So we go up there, we order food.
what are you ordering? What are you saying to him? You can walk up there. Just give me a general idea of what you would say to somebody as you're kind of coming up to a menu you don't understand, right? Like,
Oh, well, I was trying to go over this with the party
Gotcha,
to make
okay.
sure we were all on the same page.
sorry. Go ahead.
Order something that, let's see, it's dwarf, right? Order something to make one feel hale and hearty.
I was gonna say, you know, tell him it smells really good, and you know, ask what he has available. What are his specials?
Special of the day. Can I get a mushroom that's not poisonous?
A mushroom surprise?
There you go. Order the mushroom surprise. That goes well every time.
Can I get some mushroom fries with some mushroom steaks? And, yeah, see if they have any candied mushrooms.
Do I have to be the only one with languages?
Well, I mean, the
You're
only
the
thing we
party
got is
leader,
Dwarven.
dude.
And the
Yep.
face.
Yeah.
I regret all of the decisions that have led me to this point.
You can do it. It's just talking to fake people.
Alright. I'll go up to them. And I will say hello in Dwarven.
You try to respect me and you don't even do it right. Whatever. Make me use this tongue. What you be wanting?
Break out the hale and hearty after a long trip.
Sure.
What'd your friends say there in that nasty tongue? You all trying to use some kind of secret language to keep secrets from me? I get it. What a disgusting way to do it, though.
He's a fucking delight, that one.
Something hale and hearty.
You got a favorite kind? A mushroom. He gestures to the list. Any of these to your liking?
Is there...
Make
we see him gesturing?
Yeah, he's gesturing to a sign that has a bunch of writing on it.
Oh, ask him what his favorite is.
I don't really have a favorite. I'm up for trying anything new.
Ah, I have just the thing.
Oh, yeah.
He turns, walks over to... Like, he's got a lot of pots and a lot of pans and other things that are going. And he'll walk over specifically to a pot, and he will, like, take this mask and put on this mask. And he'll take out a ladle and he'll, like, put it in, scoop it out, and pour it into a small bowl. And then
Why do you have to put a mask
cover back over the lid and then lift the mask and bring the bowl over to you, and set it down. This'll cure whatever ails you, and even some of the things that don't.
All right,
That'll be 1 gold.
I'm ready to
Alright.
try, guys. I'm ready to try whatever the hell that is.
I will hand over a gold.
He'll take the gold and look at it. Ah, I see what you did. How many did you get? Is it a pack of them? They usually come in 4s and 5s, I've heard.
Yeah.
Done. I'll enjoy. You could probably stand it then. You can manage this.
Thanks.
He watches intently.
Hand it to me. I'm gonna eat it.
All right. Give me a
Yeah.
fort save.
We
We'll
knew
eat
this
it
was
together.
coming. We knew this was
Oh, there's
coming.
only enough portion for 1 person.
Oh.
We don't want to knock you out. You're our only person that can do like Arcana.
Second here, I have to pull it up.
That was a con save, not a.
Yeah,
Oh,
fort
it's
save,
the
not con.
They- oh,
Yep.
Thank you. Did it go through?
It did. Wow. Very good. You are entirely unaffected as you drink this. And the dwarf looks stunned.
I'm going to do what I did at that Thai restaurant when they thought they were gonna spice me out. I'm gonna, cause Thai restaurants try that. I'm gonna pick it up and give them a salute.
Very surprising. I'm impressed. What do you think of the taste?
What did I think of the taste?
It has a deeply like a deep earthen taste, but also like there's a bit of this kind of have you ever like, you know how like when bread does start to go bad but it's not quite bad, so you don't notice that it's like molding, but it has that mold flavor after a couple of bites that really like fills your nose and your mouth full of that taste? Have you ever had that happen to you?
Yeah, so it's pungent.
Yeah, it is very pungent. Not quite in a kind of cheese way, because this is much more of like a deep savory pungence.
Okay. Pungent with savory notes. And what else did you say?
That's a lot of it. It's very kind of, it's thinner than you would expect as well. You would expect like a mushroom stew to have a bit of thickness to it, but this also has a bit of a thin quality. So it's very drinkable for a stew.
Okay, so I'm gonna say it is pungent up front, but savory in the back, and it is surprisingly easy to drink.
What the hell did he say?
I will translate.
Yes, that is one of my favorite reasons to have it. It's a good thing to have anytime you need to feel like you're alive. Well, if your friend's not falling over on the floor, guess he's much better one of your kind than I would have expected. So, what brings you to my stall? I can't imagine that naturally your kind would come over for mushrooms.
We're just a little different, I guess.
Right.
Yes.
And why are you a little different, and what are you after?
We're looking for a hot auction, right?
Powerful magic items.
We're looking for an auction of a pretty powerful magical item.
Word's gotten to you then. Do you want to keep yourself on the low end so people don't know you're asking? Give me a diplomacy. Very good. Well. I have heard word of a big one that's been moving, that's suddenly come around. Nobody really is sure quite what he's got. even he doesn't seem to be. I assume it was a good score. Must have got it from quite a group. First thing he did when he came down here was ask for his own group to protect him, and then a group to protect him from the group protecting him.
Fucking drow.
Seems
betraying each other left and right.
Seems like he set himself up well enough that he trusts his circumstances. No one's offed him yet. He's made it through a full day. It's a good sign for him. So whatever he's got, must be the real deal. A lot of people are interested. But from what I've heard, there's not been a good offer yet. At least not one he's willing to take.
Maybe we want to go see this item, right?
Do you know where he's located?
He's working through a middleman. Someone to vet any potential purchasers or bidders. This is the right way to put it. He gestures over to one of the stalls. The man over there is the one you'd talk to. He could set you up a meeting to take a look at the object, assuming you can pay the deposit, not the deposit, but pay the. You'll need to pay a fee to take a look at it and participate in the bidding. A sort of security fee to confirm you're as capable of buying as you say you are. He doesn't want his time wasted with people coming along and just trying to see some sort of fancy artifact.
I see.
Do you know how much the fee is?
You know, I'm not sure. I never deal in these kinds of things myself, so I've never actually found out what you would pay to do something like that. It's the kind of thing where you really should only be asking the questions if you don't care what the cost is going to be.
Well, thank you for the info.
Ah, you're welcome. Thank you for the business.
I wanna try my luck. I'm gonna point at a random item on the menu.
Roll me a d12.
The A will provide.
Nope. Yep. Nope, didn't work. Is it? Wait, is it backslash?
No,
or-
slash R 1d12.
Slash R.
Space 1d12, sorry. I don't even know how you got it to do that. There you go.
9.
On a 9. Yeah, give me another fort save. And this one's not so bad.
Oh, come on. Now you're going to freeze right in the middle of me eating potentially poisonous mushrooms? Come on.
Only a little bit of poison.
Purple hairy spiders. Then I die.
Ooh, very good. You take a sip of this, and it has a sort of immediate burning sensation that fills your mouth. Almost as if you would like eaten a very hot chili pepper. There's like that immediate capsaicin release that fills your mouth with heat. And then there is kind of there's sort of like a mushroom almost like almost a mushroom puree style that adds like a thickness to this that kind of coats away the burn as you consume it.
Tell them spicy, delicious. The earthen tones are a wonderful cooling effect.
I will relay the message.
Yeah, you can relay it. That one will cost 5 silvers, by the way.
I'll pay it. I'll give him a whole gold.
Thank you. All right. Do you want to go over and talk to the middleman?
You know we do.
Yeah.
Pretty much got it, right?
Yeah.
No, we won't. We're just gonna randomly shop in this underground market drying mushrooms.
You can wander on over to the stall. There's a drow that's just kind of like lazily seated in a chair.
Oh, Lord. And none of us speak drow or elven. Shit, this is gonna be a bad disguise.
And in a language none of you understand, he'll say some
Yeah.
words,
Fuck.
and then he'll look at you more closely. And he'll try Elven. Does anyone speak Elven? And then he'll chuckle a bit. So you're from the surface?
I don't know why you'd get that impression.
We represent some interested parties.
Good that you came down here in disguise. You've at least been well enough informed. What is it you're seeking?
Go ahead, leader.
We've heard of an auction of a highly powerful magical item.
And do tell, how did you hear about it? I didn't think word would reach the surface this quickly.
We have our sources.
We have ways that dwarf the imagination.
I bet you do. Let me ask a required question. Are you the original owners of the item?
No.
It's the most important question. Well, are you sure you're going to be able to afford such an item?
Our benefactor has deep pockets.
Very well. I will need a security deposit to allow you to have a look at the item. And I will arrange a place and time for you to see it.
It's like we're going to a show.
I will
And how?
I will need 50 gold per person.
Wow.
I will pull out my purse or money purse, whatever, and pay him 200 gold.
You will take the coins, count them very, very slowly and carefully, and then count them a second time. And then we'll slide them away. Excellent. I am happy to see that that was so easy for you to understand. I am always excited to find out that there are good people at the surface with deep pockets ready to invest in our society. Well, if you'll please, a pair of people will step out from the stall to where you are. Follow these two gentlemen. they will lead you to what you would like to see.
Excellent. Very good.
The four of you can follow them down one of the tunnels a ways, down like a series of tunnels for a little bit. And eventually they will come up to a wall. They will both like press their hands on different sides of the wall. And the wall will slowly fade to transparent. And they will then gesture for the four of you to pass through.
We will do so.
Once you are inside, there is a small podium with this object set aside it. It doesn't look like anything specific. It almost looks like something that broke off of something else. But it also doesn't sit in actuality on the pedestal. The light that is illuminated from this object is sort of holding it up. It almost looks like the light is physically tangible as it interacts with the pedestal that it sits upon. And all about the room, there are a mix of these dark elves and dwarves. And the two that follow behind you will stay close to you as you come up to the item.
Okay. What do we will be ginger. No, we won't. We'll be careful. What are we looking at?
I will ask them if it's okay if we cast something to detect magic.
Yes, we are aware of most spells. We will be able to identify if you do something unexpected.
Fair enough.
I will simply use detect magic.
Yep. You can cast the detect magic, and it does glow with the intensity that you would expect. This is the real deal. As you look at it, though, you will notice that the magic that's on it looks unusual. When you look at magical items, they look kind of like zooming in on clothing that's been woven together. You can see like a bit of a weave, an arcane weave, as it will. And each of the threads within the weave is a different color, isn't quite the word, but it's like a color and texture combination to the eyes. So you can sort of identify, if you look close enough, what the school of magic is based on the threads that are there. But what you notice in looking at this is that sort of like looking at a ripped shirt, there are bits of the ends that look unusual and broken. Give me a knowledge arcana. Wow, that is a good time for that. With a 29, you will know that normally, if something were to break an object of this kind of power, anyone breaking it would either be immediately destroyed by the raw release of the magical energy inside of it, causing a sort of explosion of arcana. Or to leave it rendered in a state like this, where the magical properties still do something, they would have to have such a level of experience destroying magical items that they themselves would have to be the kind of person that could create an item like this. To put this into perspective, even the most powerful caster that you've ever read about in a book would not be able to do this kind of work. This is the kind of theoretical magic that they talk about, like gods having the power of being able to do. And so to find an item fractured like this is like an impossibility of something that you're looking at. And yet here before you, it does exist. And the weave that you're looking at and the way that the weave is torn is so precise that you can easily see that, like, there would be a corresponding piece that if it were just to be joined together, it would fit perfectly. Almost as if not only was this torn, but it was torn and designed to be reconnected like pieces of a puzzle. The weave wants to wind itself around something else and has points where something else could interweave back within it if brought into close proximity. It is unlike anything you have or ever thought you would ever see. You also can tell that there are a very wide variety of schools of magic in this thing. You can tell that it has necromancy, transmutation, abjuration, divination, and... Did I do them all? Yeah. That is it.
That's a lot.
And they are bound together in a very interesting way, suggesting that these magics do not operate separately. When this object is active, the magics intertwine in a special way, a way that you've heard of in a special kind of magic that you've worked with a little bit, known as law magic, a sort of magic that binds a bit of abjuration and divination into the same concepts, or into individual spells. There are like spells that specifically are like two spells tied together in a very specific way from two different schools, and they produce this kind of law magic.
So rather than like having 4 different effects, it might just have one effect.
Yes, but that effect is like the culmination of if all 4 of these things were to be properly blended together. What you cannot tell, because the object not being complete does not allow you to like read the full weave of the spell. You've only got bits and pieces of it. So while you can see what the fabric is, you cannot tell what the picture would have been after it's assembled. Like if you saw a cloth like laying down, just a raw piece of cloth, you could see that it was torn from something, and you could see the fibers are really nice and exactly like what kind of fibers they are, but you wouldn't be able to tell what the bigger object was. There's things you could try to infer from it, but they don't really tell you enough to give you the big picture. You'd just be guessing. But I think it is with that we will let you think on that, and think on a proposal, and think on questions you wish to ask. We will say good night, everyone. Thanks for watching.